out some books. Now, we don't usually talk a lot about books on this channel, really at all, but I got a bunch of them to review, and I honestly will probably have to go back in my email and try to figure out where I got these from and why I'm reviewing them. In the meantime, I thought it would be interesting if you guys are looking for, like, you know, it's summer, so you want like some beach reads or summertime reads. These are probably good, especially if you're into like young adult fiction or just fiction in general. You'll probably like a lot of these, but I have some physical and I have some on my phone. We're gonna kind of go through it. Now, granted, I'm gonna put this out here. I have not read all of these books. And I read a lot, but I just didn't have time to read these ones. I'm so sorry. But we will tell you what these books are about and whether they sound kind of interesting. And if I have read them, I will tell you if I like them.
Running for Water and Sky. After spending most of her 17 years being shoveled between families that don't want her, Bless Adler had no intention of opening her heart to anyone. And then she falls in love with Liam Reed. The closer Bless lets Liam get, the more fearful she becomes. Then her new friend Maylee convinces her to go see a local psychic, and the woman's glimpse into the future is anything but reassuring. Bless's absent father, drunk and bitter. A frantic crowd gathered at the beach. Liam, lying in a pool of blood, a gun at his side. Now Bless has 14 blocks to reach Liam on the shores of Lake Michigan. If he's still alive, she'll beg him to fight for his life. If he's not, she'll say goodbye to the first person who made her want to fight for her own. Edgy, intense, and emotional, Running for Water and Sky is the story of the elation and angst that comes with love and the challenge of learning to trust when betrayal is all you've ever known. It's by Sandra Crean.
That sounds
intense.
Super intense. I'll probably read that.
Interesting.
I'll probably read that. That's...
Doesn't tell me how that one goes. It sounds interesting.
So it looks like...
Yes.
It looks like this.
Oh, yeah. Let me put it up close so they can see what we're talking about.
I know.
Sandra Crean.
Alright, so the next book we have, and I'm going to put the picture, or he's going to put the picture, like, here somewhere. The book is called The A to Z of You and Me, and this is by James Hanna. It came out in May. It says, this literary debut of love and mortality has been highly praised in the UK, drawn comparisons to David Nichols and Rachel Joyce, and was included in The Guardian's Not the Booker long list. I don't know what that means, but, because I'm not in the UK, but I do love UK literature a lot. I just like UK culture in general. This one, my little synopsis doesn't have a lot about what this book is about, but I can look it up for you, definitely. So a striking literary debut of love and mortality. The A to Z of You and Me is the story of a man who doesn't have much time. His love for a girl who isn't there, and the game he plays while waiting that illuminates the devastating and beautiful turns of life. The A to Z game. For Ivo, it's a way to pass the time, a way to avoid the pain, and a way to think about what really got him here. His hospice nurse suggested it. Think of a body part for each letter, and think of memories of his misspent life. The terrible teenage choices, friendships made and cracked, love he'll never get back. He remembers the girl who tried to help him, the friend who wouldn't let her, and the sickness that chases him even now. This sounds sad.
Yeah, I was saying.
It sounds sad.
Yeah.
It might be like one of those, like, Nicholas Sparks things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be one of those where you're just like, oh, man. But, you know, it says it's kind of a sophisticated, but, like, the game part of it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay,
cool.
what do you got?
One Paris Summer by Denise Grover Swank.
Oh.
Yeah. Sophie Peterson knows that she should be excited to spend the summer in Paris, but she only feels anger. Anger at her father for divorcing her mother and for moving his architectural restoration practice to France. But those hurts pale in comparison to his sudden revelation that he's getting remarried and will have a new stepdaughter. Something he doesn't tell Sophie and her brother until 2 weeks before the wedding.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's awkward. Intending to spend the summer practicing for upcoming college auditions, Sophie is left totally adrift when she discovers that her dad also lied about having a piano. Happily, her new stepsister's friend, Matthew, is the son of a music teacher, and he intends to help her throughout the summer. The two become fast friends when he recognizes her talent, but as those feelings start to grow more romantic, Sophie will need to decide if she can stay on in France, whether she can forgive her father enough to live with him, and how much she should trust her own heart with her first love. One Paris Summer.
Man, that's unforgivable lying about a piano.
Like, what?
Okay, so I feel like that would be really fast, like, you don't have to think about it, read.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Alright. So the next one that I have is one I have actually read, and it's called MacGruber. See if I can even say it, it's hard. MacGruber's Curiosity Cabinet, and it's by H.P. Wood. Now let me read the description and then I'll kind of tell you what I thought about it. After Kitty Hayward's mother vanishes from their Coney Island hotel in 1904, Kitty finds herself alone, hungry, penniless, and far away from her native England. The last people she expects to help her are the cast of characters at MacGruber's Curiosity Cabinet, a museum of oddities that is home to a handful of freaks. But even the unusual inhabitants of MacGruber's may not be a match for the insidious sickness that is plaguing Coney Island. This was actually a really good book. There were times, though, that I was just kind of like, alright, it needs to move on a little more, but the characters in it were really great, and trying to figure out what they were going to do about the illness that happens, and how it's passed, and I don't know, it was just a really interesting, because it was also period, and I'm going to tell you, from the end of the book, the author has stated they did a lot of research about it. It comes from a lot of other literary sources that they find that are not fictional, so there's a lot of things that are true in the book, but there are a lot of things that are not true. So it's kind of this really cool melding of historical but yet fiction, and at the same time it's like really complex, and it's a mystery because you don't know, you know, like it said, Kitty's mother disappears, so they're trying to find her, what happened to her, you know, and what is happening to other people, and why are they getting sick, and, you know, these things. It's an interesting book, and I actually really liked it. It was the only one of the set that I have on my phone that I actually said I want to read that. They sent me all 4, but, you know, but I'm glad I got that one. It was really cool, so I definitely recommend. It was good.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds neat.
Yeah, it is.
I love those kind of books.
Yeah.
Like Dan Brown. Have you ever read any of those?
Yeah, kind of like Dan Brown. Yeah. Have you read the obscure Dan Brown ones?
Oh, the one that's like the code?
Yeah, the one that's all about the computer code.
Yeah, I tried to. I couldn't finish it.
I finished it, but it was really a hard read.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's...
Yeah, I just saw Inferno is going to be a movie.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It
was
I didn't like the book.
Yeah.
No, not as good as the other two. Nope.
I was trying to be nice. So this next one is called Within Reach. It's got a lady trying to reach the back of her neck. So
right back.
It might be.
Right
I think it's about that, right?
About reaching the back of your neck.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Sorry, I apologize. I shouldn't make fun.
I know we're being snarky. I'm sorry.
Jessica Stevens. It's late in the day. So yes, what if you love someone so much you would fight death itself to come back to them? Dying wasn't on 17-year-old Xander Hemlock's summer to-do list. Finding ways to spend more time with his girlfriend Leela was the most critical thinking he planned on doing. That was before he found himself trapped in a realm of darkness with only 30 days to convince Leela he's not dead. Well, not completely. As Zan tries to show Leela she isn't alone, she struggles to comprehend why 6 months ago her life was perfect. She was on her way to becoming a professional dancer, her parents were still married, and her boyfriend was alive, and now everything has fallen apart. With her insecurities growing stronger than ever, she must decide which is the lesser of two evils, letting go to be with a boy she doesn't love, or holding on to the unreasonable yet overpowering feeling that Zan is still within reach and trying to show her something. That sounds actually kind of interesting to me.
That does sound interesting.
That sounds interesting to me. I would probably check this one. I know it's probably like a chick lit, but I would kind of check this out. This sounds interesting.
Yeah. I like how it's like the reach is like him trying to reach her and her feeling the reach.
Yeah, you get the tingly
back
feeling.
here.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, liking that. All right. The book that I have is called The Lie, and it's by C.L. Taylor. These are for people who are fans of Gone Girl.
Okay.
Okay. Says, I know your name's not really Jane Hughes. Jane Hughes has a loving partner, a job in an animal sanctuary, and a tiny cottage in rural Wales. She's happier than she's ever been, but her life is a lie. Jane Hughes does not really exist. 5 years earlier, Jane and her then best friends went on holiday, but what should have been the trip of a lifetime rapidly descended into a nightmare that claimed the lives of 2 of the women. Jane has tried to put the past behind her, but someone knows the truth about what happened. Someone who won't stop until they've destroyed Jane and everything she loves.
That sounds interesting to me. I like that kind of stuff.
I need to read that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yes. That is yes.
That's really cool.
I feels like, okay, I don't know if you guys have read Girl on the Train. It feels kind of like that.
Yeah?
That kind of feeling,
Oh,
I
that's
think.
cool.
Yeah, I will.
I want to go into the movie
these.
knowing nothing for that. The Girl on the Train. I want to know nothing. I haven't watched the trailer. I haven't looked anything up about the book. I just know it was like a hit. And Emily Blunt's in the movie, right?
Yes.
That's about all I know. This one, I totally want to go in.
And the chick,
not knowing.
the other chick in the movie, is the girl from, I don't know if you guys have watched Music and Lyrics with Drew Barrymore and,
Hugh Grant?
yes.
Yeah.
And the chick who's the singer, she's the one who's the other woman in the movie. Okay. And we didn't realize this till later. We're like, hey, it's the Ooh Shanti Shanti girl.
Yeah.
I just want to dance. I want to shake my hips. Shakira can shake her hips. Sorry.
Those movies. I have to find and watch again. Alright, so the next book is The Alienation of Courtney Hoffman by Brady Stefani. And this one, it says 15-year-old Courtney wants to be normal like her friends. But there's something frighteningly different about her. And it's not just the mysterious tattoo her conspiracy-obsessed grandfather marked her with when she was a child. Mental illness is a slippery slope, her mother warns her. And the last thing Courtney wants to do is end up crazy and dead like her grandfather did. But what about the tattoo? And the alien scouts who visit Courtney in her bedroom at night, claiming to have shared an alliance with her grandfather. And her new friend, Agatha's apocalyptic visions. They have to be connected. Courtney has a mission: untangle her past, discover the truth, and stop the apocalypse before anyone from school finds out she's missing. Either that or her mom's right and she needs to be in a mental hospital. That's what it says, I know.
She's already in the hospital gown, so...
Is that what's happening there? Oh, it is a hospital gown. Yeah.
She's halfway there.
No. I don't know. That sounds interesting. I kind of like that kind of theme in some stories where you don't know if it's really like, is this real or is this just in their head kind of thing? And this sounds kind of interesting in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, but the only thing that I think bugs me about this is the cover. It makes me think of like where the people, well, she has multiple personalities. Go Ask Alice. What is that book? You know what I'm talking about?
Is that it? I never read that one.
Something like that. But,
Maybe.
you know, it looks very like, My Name is Alice. Whatever that book is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, the last book that I have on here is called A Robot in the Garden, and it is by Deborah Install. Ben's really great at failing at things. His job, taking the garbage out, and being a husband. But when he discovers a battered robot named Tang in his garden, he decides to get out of his couch-ridden comfort zone. Without a crucial bit of machinery, Tang will stop working, and Ben can't let that happen, especially since he's already alienated everyone else he cares about. Determined to achieve something for once in his life, Ben sets out to fix his new robot comrade, and soon discovers that Tang might be just the thing to fix what's broken in Ben. Funny, touching, and charming, A Robot in the Garden explores what it is to be a man, a sentient being, and a friend.
A little different. But yeah.
Yeah.
I like how at the top it says, for the fans of The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, which is really good. I read some of that.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'd love to see the play of that one. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. What are we, okay, what is it that we're reading right now? A Light Between the Oceans?
A Light Between Oceans?
I need to
Or the
finish.
Ocean?
Light Between Oceans, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. So it's coming out, it's a movie, and we're reading it for book club at work, and...
Oh gosh, that's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's hard. It's just really hard for me to read physical books because I tend to read a lot on my lunch break at work, and if I don't carry the book along with me, I end up not reading it. Or, you know, I don't, and also I just don't like pulling the book out, like, at work, because I eat at my desk a lot because I work while I eat lunch, and so I'm, like, doing the, no. So it's hard for me to finish physical books. I prefer ebooks.
I hear you.
Except if I'm, like, traveling, like, on an airplane or, you know, at the beach. Then a physical book I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally with you with that. This last one is called Remember to Forget by Ashley Roger. Says this was a Wattpad sensation, if you're familiar with that site. That's the book here. Remember to Forget. And Remember to Forget, sorry. So, Levi has been unable to speak since the tragic death of his girlfriend, Delia, and can't seem to come out of his depression and hindering self-doubt. Desperate to make some positive change in Levi's life, his mother sends him to live with his father in Maine. But moving from Australia to America presents its own challenges. His dad is unable to understand what happened to his son, and the distance from home has only made Levi feel more closed off and angry at the world. Then, while at therapy, Levi meets Delilah, who looks eerily similar to the girl he refuses to forget. Spending time with Delilah means a constant reminder of his past, but she also helps him see he might still have a future worth living for. And this is written by a high school student.
Oh.
Which is cool. I think that's kind of impressive.
All I kept thinking was, is it in Paris? Is there a piano?
No.
Because almost the same story as the other one, kind of.
Well, she's forced to move. She didn't lose anybody, really. But she's having to, well, that other one, she has to kind of deal with, her environment's changed. She has to kind of grow up with that.
Maybe he needs a robot in his garden.
Yeah. I think it's kind of an interesting thing that it's about someone that's trying to get over someone. In not just a breakup way, though, like this person passed away, and then, you know, meet someone that's reminding them of that person, and that person's a reminder, but also a comfort. Yeah. And that's interesting for a high schooler to write something about that's dealing with that kind of issue. That's very cool. Kudos to Ashley Royer.
Shout out. So yeah, those are all the books we got for you. We'll see if they do other books. I mean, I think I kind of like it this way, where we just read the summary and like our first impression of what we think it's about, instead of me trying to like read them all for you. I think this might be a better way to do it. And I know we don't do a lot of these on our channel, but you know, books
you
is fun.
said you'd probably check out this one. Yeah. Yeah, the one where she has to possibly save the guy. And then I kind of like the Within Reach. This one sounds interesting. I might check this one out.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to read The Lie. What was the one on there? Yeah, was The Lie, and yeah, The Lie, because I already read MacGruber's, but MacGruber's is good. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching our little, and if you want more, please let us know. I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't read, but you know, hey, some of you do, so let me know.
What are you reading for summer?
Exactly.
Leave a comment below.
You know, are you reading comics? Are you reading Entertainment Weekly?
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's a movie coming out that sounds cool, and you want to read the book. I'm doing that right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Alright, or like, Girl on the Train. Girl on the Train. Or you just wait for it to come out. Either way, Emily Blunt is amazing.
I'm reading Stephen King's It.
Oh, speaking of Stephen King, Dark Tower.
Yeah.
Okay, now I kind of want to read it all.
Oh gosh.
It's going to take me a little while. 7 books.
That's a journey. Yeah. And there's a special order, and then you have to read some of his other books, because they're kind of tied to those stories as well. It's a...
Did you read an Entertainment Weekly about it?
I saw the picture, I didn't read about it.
Yeah, they actually have it where they talk about the movie, and then they have it where he ties in his other works to how they connect to Dark Tower. So... Yeah. But I've really only read The Shining. Not The Shining. The Stand.
Ooh, that's
I read The Stand. It is one of my favorites of Stephen King. So
his big books are always good. Like if you see a book of his and it's a giant one, it's gonna be good. I can pretty much guarantee it.
Definitely need it on the phone because heavy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep calm.
Stay zany.